Welcome back, everyone, to day 7 of Leagues Leaks Daily, where we're going to be going over every single reveal counting up to the release of Leagues 4. And they were not kidding when they said that today is going to be absolutely insane because, yeah, I'll say it, this changes everything. Today's reveal is the Banker's Note. This is an item that is basically like magical note paper that allows you to note as well as unnote things from your inventory completely at will. And you can just see some of the stuff on display here. Rune crafting, infinite amounts of fish, supplies for when you're bossing. I mean, this just completely changes the game. You have an infinite amount of inventory, essentially. I've thought for a while about how powerful a relic would have to be to even compete against Last Recall, and Banker's Note is just the next example of a completely game-breaking relic. And it's not even competing against Last Recall. We get Last Recall for free. This is going to be its complete own tier with other broken relics just as powerful. Honestly, essentially being able to carry around an infinite amount of supplies with you and then also basically never have to bank. It's such a massive way to approach the game. It's probably going to take me like a lot more time even to fully think about like what you can do with this. I know immediately that Last Recall kind of did the same thing. It gives you a really fast teleport to the bank. So I'm curious how that's going to coexist. Like, is Last Recall just going to be severely nerfed now, and then this is sort of going to take that place? For me, I could definitely see myself using this when I'm killing a boss like Vorkath that just has a bunch of different drops. And instead of having to bank constantly, I'll just turn everything into note paper, turn all the dragon hides and stuff like that, all the dragon bones, and it's just going to save you the hassle of constantly having to go back to your bank. Especially if Last Recall does have a cooldown, it's going to be so much easier than having to like run all the way back to like Vorkath. Additionally, I think that this makes Production Prodigy an incredibly powerful effect. Usually when you're running around doing quests and stuff like that, it's good to have like high alchemy in your inventory so you can get some experience. But now you can carry around an entire bank worth of logs to fletch, gems to cut, and you can unnote a whole inventory, process it in one tick, and then convert it back into notes. So you're good to go and keep doing that. So not only are those production skills going to be super fast, they're basically zero time now too. I do think that Endless Harvest does kind of suffer from this because if you can convert everything to bank notes anyways, then really what's the point of sending it over to your bank? But I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of other skilling methods like this insane rune crafting where they're just constantly processing runes after runes after runes. And I mean, that's going to be like broken level of experience. One thing I'll definitely say is that if you're new to PVM, this is going to be a great opportunity for you to actually go and try out raids. For me personally, one of the things I struggled with the most when I started off with raids was getting my inventory all right, because you're bringing a bunch of different gear with 3 different combat styles, and you don't really have that much space for food and prayer potions. And now you can walk into a raid with like hundreds of sharks, 10,000 prayer potions, 3 million Saradomin brews, anything you want, really. And it's also going to help when you have like a bunch of half-used potions that you don't need anymore. It's just going to make the whole inventory so much easier to manage inside of raids. So even if you're a skiller, I would definitely start looking at a raid to pick up because Banker's Note is going to make that happen. As always, it's a bit difficult to fully assess this item, mainly because I do want to see what this is competing against. It is a relic after all. And in addition, I do want to see where this leaves Last Recall because, again, Last Recall and Banker's Note have very similar features. So if Last Recall is just absolutely broken, I think I might not need Banker's Note in favor of something else. But really, what else can I say? This item is awesome. There's going to be so many cool uses for it. And every item that breaks the rules of the game I love it. I mean, how can you not love an item like this? So let me know if you plan on using this item. If you think of any really cool strategies, make sure to share that below. Even if this isn't going to be changing my regions, I still think I'm going to have to really start thinking about, how I'm going to use this with skilling methods. And I can't wait to see some completely brand new skilling methods open up, which is always the case with relics. Some really new stuff that's out of the box comes to life. And that's always been my favorite part about Leagues. It's why I love playing it, and it's why I love relics like this. Make sure to check out the region deep dives if you want more information about every single region in Leagues. The Mauritania video dropped just this morning. And also be on the lookout for a video covering some updates to the channel coming out soon, as well as my personal plans for Leagues once it actually drops, because we're only a week away, guys, and I mean, that's crazy. Thank you guys for watching. Super excited to see what's coming for us on the second week. I've heard it only gets crazier from here, so I'll see you guys in the next video.